Morning Show.
Muy buenos días a todos y bienvenidos a esta edición del SugarCity Morning Show en vivo y en directo desde los estudios de Nortevisión, Canal 10, aquí en la avenida San Lorenzo. Muy buenos días y muchas gracias por su audiencia, muchas gracias por su preferencia. Good morning, welcome to the SugarCity Morning Show. It's a pleasure to have you in our company this morning. As always, we're transmitting live and direct from Nortevisión Channel 10 studios here on San Lorenzo Road, and proudly enough transmitting to the entire country of Belize through cable, through on-air station, and through to the world via the internet. Muy buenos días de nuevo. Hoy es el 8 de enero. Si estás cumpliendo años, quiero desde muy temprano desearte todo lo mejor. Y si estás celebrando aniversario, la ocasión que tengas para celebrar, que la pases muy bien. De parte de todos nosotros aquí en Nortevisión, deseándoles todo lo mejor. Como dije, estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Nortevisión, aquí en la avenida San Lorenzo. Y mucha gente dice Nortevisión, ¿dónde es eso Nortevisión? Canal 10, aquí en la avenida San Lorenzo, justo enfrente de ITVET. Aquí es donde tenemos nuestra oficina transmisora y desde donde se envía la señal por cable a Belmopan. Y de Belmopan se manda de vuelta al resto del país de Belice. Es más, donde se distribuye, toda la señal hasta venir de vuelta hasta Corozal, hasta Benque Viejo, hasta Punta Gorda y también hasta San Pedro. Muy buenos días a todos en San Pedro que nos ven. Tenemos un fuerte seguimiento en San Pedro. Obviamente las personas que son del norte, buenos días norteños en San Pedro y que siguen sus noticias de Orange Walk desde Canal 10. Muy buenos días a todos. También, orgullosamente, quiero decir que estamos transmitiendo por aire. Somos la única estación que está transmitiendo por aire en el norte del país, dándole servicio a toda la gente que no tiene cable y que opta a no tener cable, donde no hay cable, o que lo que sea el caso, si no hay o no ha llegado, no quieres, lo que sea, tienes una opción de ver Canal 10. Simplemente comprando una antenita o extendiendo un cablecito ahí para poder ver Canal 10. Es un servicio especial y gratuito de parte de los dueños y la gerencia de esta estación de televisión. Un servicio especial al norte del país. Orange Walk Pueblo y Aldeas, Corozal Pueblo y Aldeas. También estamos en la página Facebook de SugarCity Morning Show para aquellas personas que lo ven atrasado o no están en el país, como sea el caso, lo puedes ver. Muy buenos días a todos. Como siempre, vamos a darle comienzo a nuestro programa con una oración. No hemos cambiado eso y no estamos dispuestos a cambiarlo por nada. Amado Dios, en este día me acerco hasta ti para darte las gracias por todas tus bendiciones, por la vida, la salud, las fuerzas, bendiciones que me brindas sin cesar. Tú eres mi amigo, tú eres mi Dios, tú eres mi proveedor. Tú siempre me has dado justo lo que necesito. Por favor, Padre, dame el valor de poder afrontar los momentos difíciles, aquellos momentos cuando tiendo a estar inestable y entonces empiezo a dudar. Enséñame cada día el valor de la fe. Ayúdame a recordar que tú eres el capitán de mi vida y que después de toda tormenta siempre llegará la calma. Gracias, Señor, por escuchar mi oración y reconfortar mis angustias. Como siempre también te pido por los enfermos, te pido por los niños abandonados, por los viejitos abandonados, por todos nosotros que tengamos éxito durante el curso del día. Por favor, Dios, te pido que estés conmigo durante el curso del día y que nos ayudes a tener éxito durante el curso del día. Padre, te bendecimos, te adoramos y te glorificamos siempre. Amén. Good morning. If you've just joined us, it's exactly 10 minutes after 7 o'clock. And the other day estaba yo viendo su programa de Love FM y vi que el señor Villanueva, cuando anunció la hora, tuvo que acercarse a su laptop para ver. Y cuando lo hice ahora me recordé de que ya estamos quedando grandes. Y que pues hubo un tiempo cuando podía leerlo desde aquí lejos, ¿no? Pero ya no puedo, así es la vida, Pero vamos a ver cómo lo componemos. The general weather forecast for today es enero, es el 8 de enero. Hemos tenido tantito de tiempo frío y queremos saber si es que va a haber más frío o no, qué es la onda. Primero en inglés, this is the general weather forecast for today, Wednesday, the 8th of January. A gradual increase in moist and unstable conditions is expected to set in today. A gradual increase. The 24-hour forecast. Cloudy skies with isolated showers or periods of light rain, occurring mostly offshore and over southern areas this morning, increasing over most places this afternoon, along with isolated thunderstorms tonight. The winds blowing from the northeast, 10 to 20 knots. The sea stayed moderate to rough. There is a small craft caution in effect for occasional rough seas, so please don't take this lightly. Please take this into consideration, especially if you have passengers. Do not take liberties. Please. We're asking you. We don't want to be talking about casualties because there was non-adherence to the laws. Temperatures on the coast, 80 as a high, 74 as a low. Inland, 84 as a high and 70 as a low. And in the hills, 72 as a high and 61 as a low. I beg your pardon. The outlook for tomorrow, Thursday, a few showers and isolated thunderstorms scattered across the country on Thursday and Thursday night. A high tide occurs at 9:04 this morning, a low tide at 1:52 this afternoon, a second high tide at 8 o'clock tonight, and a second low tide tomorrow morning at 3:32. The sun rose this morning at 6:25, and is setting at 5:33, and the moon is rising at 3:45 and is setting at 5:14. Thank you, forecaster Crystal Rosales. Muy buenos días todos. Aquí les va el reporte del estado del tiempo para hoy. Oh, by the way, I'd just like to quickly tell you in English, the forecast for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is pretty, it's pretty much the same. We're going to be warming up a bit until Sunday, and with temperatures in the 80s inland and low temperatures in the 70s as well. So, en español rápidamente, muy buenos días. Este es el reporte del estado del tiempo para hoy, miércoles, y como nada, estamos el 8 de enero. Chica, ¿cómo vuela el tiempo? Ya 2 semanas desde la Navidad y pues te das cuenta de que si no estás consciente de la verdadera razón de la celebración y no incorporas esto en tu forma de ser, un cambio, entonces el brillo navideño no dura mucho. Es cuando te has hecho un espacio en tu corazón para poder traer el nacimiento de Jesús en tu vida. Es cuando ese brillo dura. Y me gustaría invitarte a que dejemos de verlo completamente materialista, sino también verlo también de la forma espiritual para mayor gozo. Un incremento gradual en humedad e inestabilidad se espera durante el curso del día. Hoy es más, va a empezar a lloviznar y a llover. Y para las siguientes 24 horas, cielos nublados con chubascos aislados y periodos de lluvia o llovizna más bien, ocurriendo sobre el mar y sobre áreas del sur hoy por la mañana, luego aumentando, esparciéndose y incluyendo todo el país de Belice por la tarde y luego tronadas aisladas por la noche. Y esto es el avance de otro frente de frío que está pasando, pero no es fuerte. Los vientos del noreste de 10 a 20 nudos, el estado del mar moderado a súper agitado. Y por esa razón hay una nota de cautela, por favor, ejercer máximo cuidado en el mar abierto. Por favor, le pedimos a las personas que tomen máximo cuidado, especialmente cuando tienen pasajeros y no tomar ciertas libertades. Por la costa 80 como una máxima, 74 como una mínima. En el interior 84 como una máxima, 70 como una mínima. Y por las colinas 72 como una máxima. Y únicamente 61 en las colinas. Como dije, hay una nota de cautela para pequeñas embarcaciones. ¿Qué se espera para mañana jueves y jueves por la tarde y por la noche? Chubascos, algunos chubascos y tronadas afectando, desarrollándose por todo el país, jueves y jueves por la noche. El sol salió hoy a las 5:25, perdón, y el 6:25, y el sol se oculta a las 5:35. La luna de igual forma sale a las 3:45 por la tarde y se oculta a las 5:14 mañana temprano por la mañana. Muchas gracias, González, por la información. También a todas las personas que laboran en el National Met Service, muchas gracias, porque pues esto no es trabajo de una persona, de Crystal solo, eso es trabajo de un grupo de personas que han estado en su lugar y dense cuenta, hay que reconocer, desde antes de las 6 de la mañana para poder compilar esta información y ponerlo en la página en la página del National Med Service, para que personas como yo y demás personas podamos compartirlo con ustedes. Así que hay que reconocer sus esfuerzos de estas personas y darles las gracias. También a las personas que han estado laborando durante el curso de la noche, que cuando nosotros estamos amochaditos ahí, con nuestra cama, cubiertos con colchas y todo, ellos están laborando ahí fuera. Hay que reconocer estos esfuerzos y darles las gracias. De nuestra parte, a todas esas personas, muchas gracias por ayudar en el desarrollo de Belice. También muchas gracias a nuestros patrocinadores que fielmente nos apoyan. En torno a nosotros les pedimos que ustedes apoyen a nuestros patrocinadores, porque pues esa es la razón que nos aportan dinero en sus anuncios para poder anunciar sus productos. Bueno, vamos a reconocer a estos individuos: Jobber Vega Sons, Vega Imports, Vega Distributors. También Government of Belize Information Service, Belize Tourist Board, Gillette's Meat Shop y las tiendas A&R. Vamos rápidamente a una pausa y estaremos de vuelta con el ministro Elodio Aragón hoy por la mañana. Así que un gusto tenerlo aquí. Muy buenos días todos. Vamos a la pausa a este momento y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes con mucho más. No se vayan.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. our new basketball and multipurpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
Girl, that about time you reach my house.
Girl, you know how things go. I busy with everything. But how you?
Since my son got married the girl far down the road, I left here with this whole addition to this house. And I don't know where I'm going to do with it. But I think I want to rent it out for tourists stay.
Girl, that what you to do? You to sit on park gold mine. If you want to use it for Airbnb, first thing you have to do, the register with BTB. So call me 227-2420 and ask them how to register. After that, everybody had to call you for rent your place. But that what you to do?
Girl, then you tell me if I call BTB?
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@belizetourismboard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Have you ever noticed the development that's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. DigiNet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future, a nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, DigiNet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by DigiNet. DigiNet Boost, now available countrywide.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. Se estará preguntando, bueno, este no es el ministro de Aragón, pero aquí ya está. Aquí está él, nada más de que está comiendo algo. Así que vamos a esperar unos momentitos. Pero mientras tanto, vamos a darle la bienvenida. Please join me in saying good morning and welcome to our good friend, Mr. Robert Chicky Salawishus Usher. Good morning, Chicky.
Good morning, chicken sausage, is it? Salawishas. Good morning to everyone. My name is Robert Chicky Usher. We're coming to you live, North Division Channel 10 from Orange Walk Town, and we are viewed right entire over the country and also on our Facebook page and our YouTube and all the different cable operators, and we are on open channel on channel 10 right here in the north as well. We want to say good morning to one and all, and once again welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show for today, Wednesday, 1 week after the new year, Pa.
I know. Which I when these thoughts come to mind, I normally try to share them because there's fun little anecdotes that happened. A young man goes to a travel agency in Merida, and he insists he wants to go chicken pizza.
Chicken pizza.
Yes, he wants to go to chicken pizza.
Insist.
He wants to go to chicken pizza. Says, but sir, there's no place like chicken pizza here. He says, yes, I want to go to chicken pizza. What the hell is wrong with you? Take me to chicken pizza. Well, all the while he meant Chichen Itza.
Chichen Itza.
But he wants to go to chicken pizza.
He mustn't really want to eat pizza with you. You know?
One of those things. So
yeah. But Mr. Martinez, you know, a lot of negative things have been happening, but there is something very positive to report this morning, and I'm so happy when we got the news about the 2020 crop.
Mm-hmm. Well, the crop is going to open within a couple of days.
Yep.
Well, not a couple, not literally, but within a week.
Probably in a week, yeah. In a week's time. So that's like 2 weeks into the new year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that is good news, man. That is good news. Let's hope that everything will go fine and go well. But since the stakeholders has gathered yesterday, I believe they have all their information, done all their studies to make sure that, yes, we can start.
But I do have a question. This decision was only taken by the progressive.
Yeah, by the progressive. I'm not sure, Pa. I'm not sure. Let me see. You have that information?
No.
Let me see. Well, we have a report here that says, let's see what this report here says. It says after a 2.5 hour meeting yesterday afternoon in Orange Walk Town, American Sugar Refinery, Belize Sugar Industries Limited, ESR, and the three major cane farmers associations have agreed on a start date of January 15, 2020 for this year's crop season.
Okay, perfect. You know, I was looking at it in view of the fact that just recently there was a meeting of the Progressive Sugarcane Producers Association. So I did not know that this meeting with the three had happened. So I welcome that. But this is one of the very few times that I remember. It's not the only time that the crop begins in January 15th, because generally the crop begins in December. Obviously to help boost for the Christmas. But that boost for the Christmas came and went. It really didn't come for the Christmas, it came for the New Year.
Yep, and this release continues by saying, oh yes, that 2020.
2020 come.
This release continues by saying, Mr. Martinez, the leading association, which is the Belize Cane Farmers Association, had wanted the date of January 13, but BSI put forward the January 15 date based on its estimation of how much time was needed to conduct final maintenance and preparations to start up the...
Well, up to this morning, I see repairmen, can I say that, repairmen?
Or
people who work and doing maintenance work at BSI, they're still here.
Okay.
I know of different groups of people from Veracruz doing maintenance work, while most of them have left, but even this morning, there is still a group that is doing the final work. And as a matter of fact, I just spoke with some of them this morning.
Okay, and they are doing maintenance, no?
They're doing maintenance, yes.
Okay.
And about 2 weeks ago, I spoke to another one, and they told me that they already know of machines that had not been connected to the grid, and etc., etc., etc. Well, that was his way of telling me that the factory was not ready. But I would believe that by now, the arrangements have been made, and to put those machines in place, and should be ready by the 15th, by the 13th, but 15th is the maximum date.
Yeah, and on that date, we understand that following a prayer service and official ceremonies, the trucks will start to roll in approximately 1 million tons of cane from fields in Corozal and Orange Walk. This year's reported estimate of cane in the fields.
Well, 1 million is low compared to other years. So, just real quickly remind you that, well, given the fact that it's going to be 1 month late into the crop, normal crop, so, and if the rains come down in July, well then, and the maximum amount of here, I think is going to be dictated by the amount of time that the factory is running, not by the amount of cane that is available.
There is an estimate here by Ms. Aviles. I'll ask you to help us with this one here, Pa. This one right there, it starts right there. Just take it down.
But I'll just go quickly. Following a prayer service and official ceremony, the trucks will start to roll in approximately 1 million tons of cane from fields in Corozal and Orange Walk. This year's reported estimate of cane in the fields. I just want to quickly bring out from this moment that don't get surprised when we hear that revenue from cane fell drastically, because normally other years is 1.2, 1.3 million tons. This year, if you're telling me that it's only 1 million tons that's available out there, there's going to be a drastic drop in revenue, unless the price of sugar of cane goes up commensurately. Aviles estimates that with the agreed grinding rate, they should get through the season by the end of May or early June, in time to meet the start of the rainy season. Well, that's understandable. That's understandable, but generally the rainy season has been, because of climate change, has been late in coming. So let's hope that by that time our rate, and my forecast is going to be that it's going to be about 1.1 million or more, because the rainy season will be late. And this is wishful thinking. But the other effects of the 2019 drought have directly kicked in. Fields planted in December and January of 2018 are blighted by the drought. Are not likely recoverable. And Aviles says that, as with BSI's own fields that are similarly affected, farmers will have to cut down those canes and do the ratoon maintenance, which means fertilizing, adding herbicides and pesticides and so on, to have this ready for later this year. The focus will be on those canes maturing at this moment and so on through the season. So there's going to be a lot of work that comes along with that, because like I said, we have to ensure that the cane is of high quality and a good yield, because if our cane is not producing good amounts of sugar, then our price goes down even further. So if we are already at a disadvantage with having only 1 million tons per se, then we are obviously limited. And if the price of sugar or cane remains the same, well, then we're limited to a certain amount of money, or short of $300,000, 300,000 tons of worth of income, if it's at 1 million. But if the quality of the sugarcane is not good, well, that may even influence the price of the cane itself even further and bring it down. So this is one time when we need to ensure that the quality of cane that we take in is of good quality. So, cane farmers, por favor, empieza la zafra entre una semana. El 15 de enero empieza la zafra.
Yep.
Eso es luego de una discusión que se tuvo con las tres asociaciones, que primero se había ofrecido la fecha del 13 de enero por Belize Cane Farmers Association, pero Belize Sugar Industries pidió que por favor se atrasara eso hasta para el 15, porque todavía aún había una cantidad de mantenimiento que es necesario y que pues necesita hacerse antes de abrirse la zafra. Así que se ha decidido que el 15 de enero se abre la zafra. Aproximadamente, se estima que aproximadamente hay 1 millón de toneladas de caña, lo que indica inmediatamente que si el año pasado tuvimos 1.3 millones se entregó 1.3 millones de toneladas de caña, entonces este año vamos a estar cortos en la entrega de caña y nuestro pago va a caer fuertemente. Obviamente por la falta de caña, y hecho aún peor, si es que así es el caso, que no entregamos buena caña. Así que este año para tratar de mantener el precio de la caña, asegurarse de que tengan buen mantenimiento en la caña y que al final del día se pueda decir de que la cantidad de azúcar por tonelada que se logra de una tonelada de caña es buena. La cantidad que se consigue, el ratio, es más, el ratio de azúcar que se logra conseguir de la caña es alta para poder asegurar de que tengamos un buen segundo pago o tercer pago. Así que por favor, cañeros, ponerle mucha atención a esto.
Yeah, so it's good to celebrate that the crop will be opening, but it comes with even more challenges.
Responsibility. There's going to be a lot of responsibility.
And challenges as well.
And challenges, okay.
More than the previous crops. So
sí, va a haber mucho mantenimiento, va a haber posible hasta ratoon maintenance, así que vas a tener que cortar y atender las cañas para poder traerlo hasta a un nivel de poder cortar y entregar a la fábrica antes de que se cierre la fábrica en junio, julio, cuando sea que se decida cerrar.
Yeah, so congratulations to the entire country of Belize, because when the crop opens, when the crop is there and the sugar is sold, the entire country benefits. Well, Mr. Martinez, it's now exactly 22 minutes away from 8, and we have Minister Aragon here this morning.
Before we go on, I like to just quickly say good morning to my good friends across the river, the Escalantes, to my family there, as well as to my good friends in Carmelita, very good friends in Carmelita, and also to my family here in Orange Walk. I'd like to say good morning, and to everybody else who has been following up on my health. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much for doing that. I'll be in contact with you very shortly.
And folks, on that note, my name is Robert Chakiosher. I want to wish you all the best today. And yes, we will have the Channel 7 news at 12 o'clock today. We'll have the repeat. Some people view the news on Channel 10 on our open channel. Not everybody could pay cable, not everybody have internet. Because sometimes the kids get homework and they are to get some some insert from the news to put in their homeworks. So we'll be having that on at 12 today, the repeat 12 o'clock, and the live news at 6. But we will take a break, and when we come back, Mr. Emmanuel will have an interview here with Minister Elodie Aragon, who is the area representative for Orange Walk East for the United Democratic Party. So let's take a break.
Let's take that break, and we'll be right back.
Rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
The soup not got no taste. I can't even feed it to my dog. It needs no salt. I don't have no salt. I don't have no money. I wonder when this man I get paid. John! I hope you know that down the street they played no bad picnic.
Mom, you know what? I just came from Miss Mary's house and she said she was renting her extra room on air something.
It's Airbnb, John. Didn't you listen to the BTB? Did you know it ad last week on television?
Okay, Mom, Airbnb. But still, we have an extra room and we could rent for extra cash for my new school books.
That's a good idea, John. We'd have to first register it with the BTB. But I don't have time for that right now. I need salt.
But babe, you know something? John is right, we need money, but we need to get it the correct way. So we need to register the room. I wish I may know about this before. Let's go, son. Let's go register the room one time at BTV.
But I need some salt. John! 2 of a kind.
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@BelizeTourismBoard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the success.
Sunday evening, because that
was a Sunday evening, yes. And so we've had, I will tell you, I have had a wonderful time with our people. No matter if they're Carmelita, we Warren, or Champion Ridge, or Tower Hill, Palmar, all of these villages really come out, and I felt very good because we are reaching out to our people for Christmas in terms of our youngest community members, which is our children. They were out there. We give toys to every single child in the villages. Every single child got a village, and that was good. Everything went well. Like I said, we also had a small token to families in every village likewise. We give the kids and goodie bags and apple, so that went well. And we had very, very good raffles likewise. We had, we had a lot of these raffles trying to reach out to our people.
That you had?
The TV, I think that was won by, by Victor or something. I don't remember the name, but they took home their big TV, yeah. So, but like I said, we had big crowds, man, big crowds in our villages, and I felt very good, and I must thank our village committees that were out there that worked with us to organize this event, and that led to having a very successful event. And I must big up the committees because, that they have to organize this in a way in terms that they get the community people to come out in their villages to assist with the food, because we fed people out there too, right? So they had to come out to organize the cooking.
And feed them as well?
Yes, we feed them as well. Right. We had a good time. It's not only about taking the toys and the bags and the apple and the other stuff for the families and the raffles, etc., but it is about bringing our community together during the time of Christmas, We've always done this. I've done this every single year. And to me, it is an important token of appreciation that you show people, I think it is important, and especially to the children during Christmas time. I think that is what Christmas is all about. It's about the children, and it is a great opportunity to show them
for children,
the love, because that is important. I've always said it. We have to show the kids that they belong to a part of, they are a major part of our community. And we appreciate them, and we have to show them that love. And I think that is the whole thing, why we reach out to our kids out there. Tower Hill was nice. We had a very good program out there. I think we had the biggest turnout for Tower Hill. And I will say I must big up the committee that was there, the chairman, Mr. Roque, and his committee for organizing events. Because, when you go there, you have to have a program where somebody will give the prayer, and then they have events like in terms of the games and stuff. And they organize that, the villages organize that, and I tell you, it was good. In all the villages we went, we had a good program. Some of the bigger villages, the amount that kids and families that are out there, we have to try to work as fast as we could to reach out to them and stuff like that, But it was good. Some of the pictures, yeah, excuse me. So these are some of the pictures here in Tower Hill village, and as you can see, we had a good time out there. I tell you, the kids, I never know children could dance, Emmanuel, but my brother, when you go to that village, you say, you have a good time, and I must tell you, I have to big up, like I said, the committees, because they assisted in getting the kids involved, whether it was dancing or a poem or singing or whatever they did, and it was an all our games that we had, this was a game here in Tower Hill, people watch it. We had a wonderful time. I'll tell you.
How did it make you, Elodio Aragon, feel as a politician, as the air representative?
I feel good.
Given that, well, the fact is that we pretty much lost the village council elections in those areas, but how does it make you feel when you see the people come out?
It makes me feel good because it offers an opportunity for my interaction with public, for the public likewise, to meet people, to talk to people, look at what is happening with them, and just have genuine conversations with them out there. And of course, being Christmas, we do it for the kids. Have all that emotion, those nice feelings in terms of being a part of our community. To me, those things are priceless, when you see the smiles on the kids' face, you make somebody happy. I think, those things to me are very important.
SugarCity Morning Show, good morning, buenos dias.
Good morning, Manuel.
Hi, morning.
Morning, Mr. Aragon.
Hey, good morning.
I just want to thank Mr. Aragon for everything that he has done for me during the time of our need. And I want to thank you so much. This is Miss Kokom.
Okay, hi, Miss Kokom.
Sure, man. Anytime, Miss Kokom. Anytime. But this is a wonderful opportunity you have to speak to him directly.
Okay, thanks God for a blessed day.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Kokom. Thanks for that call. Yes, man. So, during that whole Christmas program, we really go out, and I really, easy, a lot of people, like I've always said, people figure, the government give you money, so this and that. It don't work, so, Emmanuel. I have to really go out of my way, and I want to big up all the people who have supported me, because there are people not only here in Orange Walk, but across this country who contribute to help make so that we can bring about and deliver and have a good Christmas program.
I'd like to single
and I
you
must big up
as one of the
all
very-
of you. You know who you are, who have assisted and contributed in one way or the other for us to have this kind of success in the East, you know, and I sincerely thank all of you, and you all know who you are, you know. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I want to applaud you and to congratulate you with all your efforts that you always say this is not only for the Reds, this is for the Reds and the Blues,
Yeah,
and
really.
because we're all Belizean. A lot of politicians wouldn't think like that. I would think, al carajo con el azul, y le voy a dar a mi gente primero.
Yeah. For me, Emmanuel, Christmas is a time of sharing.
Mhm.
It's a time for us to give, you know. And when I do my programs, I do my best to try to reach out to every person in their homes, trying to reach out there. Because for me, I mean, you know, that when you give something, people appreciate it. I think most people appreciate it. Of course, you will always have people who don't appreciate certain things. But for me, I look at all the positive things in terms of bringing a little bit of joy to somebody, you know. And what I do in my best, like for Christmas, I try to reach out to everybody. Yeah, it doesn't matter if they're UDP or PUP, because I have a philosophy that in this life, you know, we're not going to be here forever. And as a politician, I know they're here forever, neither as a politician. And I wouldn't want to be here for the rest of my life as a politician, because being a true leader for your community is not an easy task. I want serious responsibility, demanding, and if you really care for people, it is every day it's a struggle. You know, and I think that every generation must have their own leaders. I sincerely believe that, you know, and for now I am here, and as long as I'm here, I'm going to do what is right for our country first and foremost, because I truly believe in that, and of course, what is in the best interest of our people, you know, and that is how I have always looked at things, and that has been the driving force in terms of how I go about working and getting things done. And it's been a challenge because, you know, we have to understand the entire dynamics of politics, etc. But we have to be able to maneuver, move, and get things done. And definitely for Christmas, like I said, I don't look and say, oh, that PUP no go there. Oh, no. I push our people who are working with us, listen, please, not make your personal feelings get involved in this. Let us reach out to our people. And that alone is a challenge at times, you know, because people got their own feelings, our campaigners out there.
Minutes say I must stop and give this one to that one, but me not like that one, like that one, this and this and this.
Yeah, you know, so we've had our challenges, but at the end of the day, I think we've had good success. I mean, I've reached out to as many people as I can, you know, with what I have, because people might say, oh, well, Aragon, you never bring me ham. You know, like I always tell people, if I have a ham or I have whatever I have, I would give it away. You know. But the truth of the matter is, we have to work within certain limits. And definitely, like I've always told people, you know, I will do my best. I go out there for try to get the resources to bring about this thing for Christmas. But definitely, one thing I will not do, Emmanuel, is go out there and be corrupt or do something that is terribly wrong to satisfy people out there. I can't do that, because that is not within me.
I applaud you for that.
You understand me? I have one certain integrity that I always stay true to, you know.
And you have to stay true to
exactly, you know, but I am always here. I'm always here for people. People could tell you, and maybe I can't solve all the problem, but man, we can try, you know, and we are human beings. We make mistakes sometimes with this and that, but we are there with the sincerest of heart to get things done for people. And it's a great challenge, because
and I may add,
especially since our division is big, you know.
That you're quite aware of the repercussions of your decision to remain as somebody who has a lot of pride and who will not condescend to certain things.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I always believe that, and this is me talking, not minister, me, that the pressures coming from the people sometimes are overwhelming. And if that politician is not sufficiently standing up on the ground, or has his head on his shoulders sufficiently strong enough then he's going to fall prey to the people. But at the end of the day, I applaud you, sir. This is Emmanuel speaking. I applaud you for taking that stand of saying, tell you what, I will not go out and do anything out of the way.
Yeah. And Emmanuel, like I said, the good thing about the end of the year was that we had a big success in every village we went, And there I think we have a lot more pictures we could sit here all day, I think, and show
you had a
pictures.
function. You had a function because I think I saw an invitation.
Yeah, we had I did what I usually term as the end of year bash. Mm-hmm. And it's
something that you do all the time.
Every year we do it, and it's to show appreciation to people who have supported us during the Christmas time, because we're not paying nobody for come out and help us, Emmanuel. Mm-hmm. People come out, and I invite a lot of people to come out and be a part of what we do, because going into the villages and assisting with the committees in the villages, somebody have to pack the pantry that we have. Somebody have to pack the sweets. So there's a lot of work. Even getting the Christmas tree up, there's a lot of work. So we have a lot of people who during this period have assisted. And when I do this get together, it is for us to bring our people who have, in one way or the other, contributed in terms of the work, in terms of the support that they have lent to us, to our community, and to our villages. I mean, I do that as a token appreciation, and I will tell you, we had a very successful get together. We had a very good crowd that came out there, and I feel good about that, and that ended basically our Christmas events.
Minister, we have
programs.
to go on a break. It's 8 minutes after 8 o'clock. Let's go on a quick break, and we'll be right back with more after these messages. We yet have to discuss a lot more. Let's go on a break.
The ongoing technological evolution constantly transforms the way we live our lives. The introduction of our national fiber network creates the opportunity for Belizeans to live the digital lifestyle. Today, Digi is proud to introduce Dana, Belize's first artificially intelligent automated assistant. Dana is the modern customer service experience. Available 24/7, Dana can provide Digi prepaid and postpaid customers with directory information, credit and plan balances, product and promo information, and more. Just talk to Dana. Want to check your credit balance? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, what's my credit balance?
New Digi promotions? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, any new Digi promotions?
Dial 113 for directory assistance and dial 119 to talk to Dana. Digi remains committed to introducing the latest in cutting-edge technologies, transforming Belize one technology at a time. Try Dana today.
Thank you for calling Digi Customer Service.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Rostrands, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Rostrands.
Someone come? Yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sa.
Who?
First and question of the day. What you the letter?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this here community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
No, man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the environment.
So all of that? Well, know that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
Our economy benefits when goods and mobile services get to their destination quickly. When citizens are able to travel without frustration and undue hurdles, everyone benefits as well. The government of Belize is happy to announce the imminent upgrades to the Carazal-Sartaneja Road. 27 miles of road will be upgraded to paved standards and will include the replacement of 2 ferries with new bridges.
Why is it that we're going to invest in Sartaneja? Why is it that we have to take $50 million to invest in an area where we do not have a political directorate? We believe that as a government, we have to provide a service to all Belizeans.
Well, this for the village of Shunosh is a big advantage both ways. Sometimes when we got sickness, we got people sick at the clinic there, home in. When we reach at the ferry, can't pass, 45 minutes have to wait. So now this road will benefit whole village, Sartaneja and Copperbank. I'm part of Progresso too. Well, it's really important for us.
I know that our village is not so much developed with tourism because it's a remote village. And for that reason, we don't have a lot of tourism over there. But now with this upgrading of the road and the pavement of the road, I think that, I believe and I think that it will be much beneficial for us and for everybody.
More for Belizeans, more for Belize. The government of Belize. Moving Belize forward.
And welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta. Tenemos el gusto de tener, el honor de tener al ministro Eloy Aragón con nosotros. Y debo decir que lo felicito porque es un compromiso que tiene, no conmigo, pero con ustedes, para venir a platicar con su gente, para venir a reportarle a su gente. Algo que muy pocos políticos hacen y que yo quisiera pedir a los demás políticos que lo hagan de igual forma, porque pues cuando tienes al individuo frente a ti, entonces le haces las preguntas necesarias y también él está dispuesto a confrontar cualquier situación. Así que muchas gracias, ministro. We're at the beginning of a new year, 2020. A lot has been said by the Prime Minister, a lot has been said by the leader of the opposition as well, logically enough, he is going to be going against anything and everything good that is coming out. But he has been like the prophet of doom, saying that this is going to cancel out these contracts and he's going to do this and he's going to do the other, which anybody who's smart enough knows that it's only wild talk. It's only wild talk. Minister, what do you make out of well, in the first place, Prime Minister has said that this year he is going to, he's not just said it, but he has already put in place 3 big projects that are going to pump in money into the economy of Belize to the tune of $250 million.
Right.
3 big projects. 1, the Carazal-Sartaneja Road with bridges and drainage. 2, the Caracol road, which is going to open up the Caracol and Island area to tourists, and 3, the coastal road.
Right.
It's unfortunate that we don't have, well, a big project here in Orange Walk, but there's also projects which he didn't mention as new ones, but which are current.
Right.
In other words, those are still going to be done, like the resurfacing of the highway, etc., etc. Can you talk to us
Of
more
course,
about
of
some
course.
those
You have a lot of other projects that are online, like the resurfacing of the road, the Northern Highway. You also have we have a lot of schools that are being built right now in the south, in terms of the lower part of Belize, and of course the northern part of Belize will also be getting their share of new schools. I think we should be breaking ground very soon in Carmelita for the new high school that will be placed there. We have the new police station that will commence very shortly, likewise too. We have the new state-of-the-art preschool in Santa Marta that will
About a
start this
couple
year.
of weeks ago, I had the Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Sciences, if I'm not mistaken, or Education, and he told us they want to do some expansion of the UB campus and put it here in Orange Walk.
That would be good. That would be good. And of course, we have the new building will start this year again in Louisiana, the Louisiana Government School. We have, of course, the work in technical, and these are all over $1 million projects. These are not small projects.
So a lot of things to go on this year.
$1.2, $1.4 million. So that is a $3 to $5 million in terms of the new high school in Carmelita. The police station is what will be about maybe close to $400,000 or more. So a lot of great things are happening, and like I said, the expansion in terms of the resurfacing of the road, all the work in from here to up to Sardaneja, in terms of the bridges and stuff from
They have an
to Sardaneja.
office here in Orange Walk. I think
Yes,
it's
they
on
have
the
an
red
office here. So a lot of good things are happening, and what Prime Minister has said, I think if people listen to his New Year's message, he's basically stating exactly what you mentioned in terms of the pumping of money into these projects, which, these things are not proposals. These things are literally already inked on paper and signed and sealed. And these things are taking place already. We have a lot of people who are being employed right now from Orange Walk to work in the Sardaneja project, the road works there and the bridges. So that is good.
And that's good to hear.
That is good to hear, of course. And of course, there's a lot of other little things happening around the place. And of course, this being a new, in April we have a new financial year. We'll also have a new leadership down the road here after the convention. I do see a lot of great things happening. And, when you listen to the Prime Minister's speech, you could know that this is where we are, this is where we are moving to, etc. I can't say the same for the leader of the opposition's New Year's message. I listened to him, and I being an Orange Walk person from here, and he being from Orange Walk, I tell you the truth, I feel at least shame about the man.
How would you characterize his speeches? Is it cheap politics, as some would say?
I think that cheap politics. I do think that I think he could do a better job, because definitely, as leaders you come across challenges and a lot of things, and to me, he don't have what it takes to lead this country, without a doubt, because I don't know, and people can judge for themselves. They have listened to the New Year's message, right? And I think in a new year we have to always have that hope and that plan towards great things. We have to keep that optimism, that positivism, that everything that we have to set certain goals and want to work and achieve it. When you hear the leader of opposition, he all about gloom and doom. You get me? And some of the things that he have said, and I will mention it here because, like I said, I listened to his speech, and for me it was a bit distasteful in terms that I couldn't believe that it come from a man of his stature, where in terms of as a leader of the opposition. He made some serious allegations out there, which to me is irresponsible of him as a leader of opposition, and he's supposed to know better.
Was he ended up being dared by the Attorney General and said, if you have proof of these, come up and tell me.
Because
afraid, come up and tell me.
And I want to mention these things because I think it is important. I think one of the big things he talked about was where he makes allegation that there are government officials, ministers who are directly involved with the landing of planes and drug and all of these things. And to me that is irresponsible, because I certainly believe that if he have proof, or he know who, because basically they said that he know this and that. Well, my brother, you have the U.S. Embassy, you have the DEA, you have, take it there, take it to the police. I mean, if you have certain kind of information like that, you need to share that. That is important, But for make these things out there and have nothing to back it up, to me, it's totally responsible. And I want him to know.
I call it cheap.
Cheap. To me, it's very cheap and distasteful. How would I put it to you? It just shows his weakness as a leader, for stoop so low, right? And definitely, like I've always said, if you have proof on something like that, then take it, man. Take it to the U.S. Embassy, and that if you don't trust the police here in this country or whatever, there are ways and means you could pass on that information. But it is important, because I do believe if you have certain things where you say, I have proof on that, then you need for sure it. You can't just blatantly throw a blanket and say this, because to me that is irresponsible. And definitely, I think the AG you had mentioned had basically called him out on it, and just some of the things, and this is just one aspect, one small aspect of his speech, When he holds speech about like maybe 11 minutes and change, about like 10 minutes and change alone, I don't even know where to put it. That just one waste of your life to listen to him, basically, because one of the big things he talks about is about corruption. And I've always told people, when the PUP talk about corruption, it is like the devil talking about sin. Right? Because they are, and they have proven to this country that they are the architects of corruption. It is in our history. The political history of this country shows that Johnny Briceño and the whole kit of them, whilst they were in office, they were the most corrupt government ever in this
Well, they're
country.
dressed in white these days.
So when he talks about corruption, the leader opposition comes up and talk about corruption and this and that. I listen to him. He talk about land grab and this and that. I wonder if he doesn't look at himself in the mirror when he get up. When you don't wash your face and that, look on the mirror, man. He obviously not do that, because he speaks about these things like if it is a new phenomenon.
That's
in
what
terms
I like
that
to refer to
he has not been
being cheap.
He has been a part and parcel of all the worst kind of corrupt deals you ever know in this country, in terms that he has, one way or the other, he has been connected there. He was in government when the PUP was known as the worst corrupt government in this country. Political
But
history.
who else do we have on record saying, no, bring back the millions of dollars that you took when we were in government? John is the only minister who has gone up and has publicly acknowledged that the corruption in the PUP.
To me, Emmanuel, when you listen to him, I mean, he's supposed to be the last person speaking about corruption, the last person, because he has a lot of he needs to give answers to a lot of questions that are out there. How did SpeedNet, which is now today Smart, come about? He can answer that to the people in the secret accommodation agreement. Let him speak on that. Let him speak, and he talks about land grab and that. Let him speak and tell people how much land he don't have.
So is he taking us for fools? Or?
Well, I don't know if he knock his head too hard or what, but I mean, to me, as a leader of opposition, him understanding his position and who he represents, I mean, he's supposed to speak only different. That's the way I look at it. He talks about drug planes and that. My brother, everybody knows that in this country, there's only been one minister who has been arrested and convicted on drug trafficking. And everybody know who that person is, right? We don't have to mention names, but these are the kind of things I say.
But misery loves company, sir.
Right? So to me, when I listen to that, and for it to be a New Year's message, to me, it's disappointing, and I feel it's shameful. The man from Orange Walk, he represent with Orange Walk, and yes, I mean, as an opposition, you have a task to do in terms of to highlight certain things and that. But for his speech, it's all about gloom and doom, brother. And I don't see how you have faith in a leader like that, in terms of say, well, this is the man we want to lead this country. I don't see how he just belittle himself in terms of how he he brought about that New Year's speech. And but like I said, that is his prerogative in terms of that when he talks about corruption, he talks about crime. The last 12 years or 10 years has been disastrous in terms of crime. We have had so many people.
I beg your pardon.
When they were in power, they're the ones that let the crime out of control in this country. It is during his tenure, their period, while the PUP was in office, that they did nothing to try to address the issues at hand at that time. And crime is something that affects everybody. It's not about PUP, UDP, because it affects our communities by and large, whether you're in the city or in the rural area or in the town, it affects all of us, But he has always talked about crime and has not one time brought about something concrete and say, look at this is our recommendations, try nothing. He talk, but no substance, And to me, if he has solutions, then let him bring it now, man. If we could address the problem from now, and he wanting to be a leader, the day he ever get in office, the crime would have been being dealt with. You can't wait and say, I have a solution, but I'll be selfish and I'll hold it back and I'll wait till I get in office. That makes no sense. Which kind of leader are you if you think that way?
You're not a leader, sir.
You're not a leader. They think for what is in the greater interest of our people. And I've always, if you want to help, truly help, and the PUP has a solution and have great ideas, when share it, man. Crime affects everybody. It is not for you to hold back and say, well, I'll wait till I win, then I'll try to do this. That makes no sense. No sense at all. The crime is an issue for everybody. Let us come together. If you have your recommendations, bring it forth and let us look at it, because you think any government wants to have to deal with the scourge of crime. No, we wouldn't want that. But it is a part of our nature in a way that we have to deal and live with it, And I truly believe that when he speaks on all of these things in terms of corruption, when he talks about the crime, when he talks, and the sad thing, he gets so negative in terms of all the infrastructural work and projects that are taking place. How you as a leader, you have to know that infrastructure drives our economy. Infrastructure develops our country, which is the foundation of other things to come about, right? The government is laying this foundation so that our country can move forward, our country can become that economic stalwart in terms of within our country, that the economy moves. And we need the infrastructure, but he talk so negative about the all infrastructural projects, etc. Why didn't he stand up and talk about that when he was in office? He allowed, along with the whole PUP government at that time, allowed all the corruption to take place right under their noses. And he know exactly who have the millions, because they say want to bring back the millions. He knows these things, So when he get up and talk, man, that speech I watching and I say, I don't know who they talk, but definitely I listen to him, but I know they hear none at all, because
I see
really let us down,
personally as an insult. But Minister, I have a number of comments, but ladies and gentlemen, there are certain things that even if you send to me, I will not repeat as a message. That last one that came in, I cannot say that. It says, morning to the minister and everyone. Just a question to the minister. When the assistance, not the subsidy assistance for students, will enter school account? Thanks. I don't know.
Well, all right. Well, what happens every year in May, the first of May, funds by the government is released for school assistance, right? Mm-hmm. If they got a letter from us that approved a certain amount of funds, that funds by now should already be in. If it's not been in and they got an approval letter, that has already been guaranteed by government, right? On several occasions, what have transpired is that government has sent the money, but they sent them, for instance, they sent one check with maybe for 10 people in another school. And at times the funds has arrived at the school, but the school not sure received that check and they're not sure
who is it for?
They missed the names as to for who. So what we usually ask people to do, if they have gotten an approval letter and they have gone to their administration office and they have told them, listen, the money not coming yet, I ask them to come and check with us, because then I could make a check. And usually we find the check number that we give them so that they could go back to the school and say, you see, it has been paid, and this is the check number. And usually the school checks it and say, oh yes, the money came in for you. So, we do have these little issues, but for the most part, these funding should have gone in. And of course, the educational assistance will continue the first of May. We'll resume again the first of May.
So if the person who sent that information to Checky, please, because it was forwarded to me.
Please, once they get the approval letter, they could always drop by and check in at the office. And
check in at the office.
Yeah.
Okay, kindly.
Yeah, but Emmanuel, to continue, I tell you, when I look at this thing, and people must realize that we have to be real about things. The PUP is just not an option, not to lead this country, not in the state it is right now, right? Because I've always said the PUP maybe could have won an election a long time ago if they had done the right thing for party and for country. But they're not, none of them too. Not for their party and much less for their country. Because they just came off in 3 terms ago. They came off and the people really tell them, listen, so corrupt, my brother, we're not giving them another chance in government. They had a big opportunity to rechange, for people to go away, to resign, to move on. What have they done? They have stuck together, they have come together and said, you know what, we still want to be returned back into office. Talbot Musa, he want to come back in office. I don't think the Belizean people are giving him one chance after he led this country into the worst era of corruption ever while they were in office. Gianni Briceño, he was deputy prime minister at that time and held many times as the prime minister during that time, and he knows the serious corruptions that they had there. They spend so much money and have nothing to show to the Belizean people for these monies. You have all the kit of them that are there. Fonsecas, you name them, all of them are there. What? These are the people who want to ask you and to try to tell our Belizean people that they are an option for leadership right now. And I said no. No, because they were part and parcel of the worst corrupt era in our political history of this country. And you can't put the wolf to come and mind the sheep. And that is what they're basically asking the Belizean people. Put me back, I'm ready to come back. I have turned a new leaf like Gianni Briceño. Like he forget all the things he was part and contributed to whilst he was in office. How do you ask the Belizean people to forgo all that corruption and put you back in office? That can't work. And I don't think the Belizean people out here are so would not think on this kind of level. We must be thinking of that level because you cannot put these people back. That's what I've always told people. PUP at this point in time is not an option. They had a time and time again to change their slate and they not do it. Right? Then they have not done it. And I truly believe, like I've always said, we have to put the right leaders to lead this country. If we do that, we'll have a better country. I don't say we'll have a perfect country. I don't say we'll have a perfect political party because there's always issues in politics.
No party
always.
is void of corruption.
But when you look at this, and my challenge to Gianni Briceño and his people is this. Do the right thing right now. Show people that you are ready to do what is in the best interest of people. I want to resign. Gianni should have gone home long time ago. I mean, he's been in politics for so long. He has been in a part and parcel of the worst corrupt government ever in this country. Then Bali supposed to don't say, you know what, time for make a hand on my gloves and let a new generation of people in our political party come to the forefront and vie for lead this country. They have not done that. You know why? They have no love for the people of this country. All they are interested in is in their own personal gain and things. And to me, those are definitely the leaders we do not want in this country. Right. That's how I feel. I would have been here, I do the honorable thing and move on. And with me, I'd make care of all of them too until the time we go and let this party move forward. But they have not been able to do that. They are clinging on and telling people, put me back in. The people not fool out here. How will you put people who basically nearly brought this country to its knees, my brother? How you gonna do that?
Sold out all the assets of the country.
You understand me?
Sold out phone companies, sold out electricity company, sold out. God knows what happened to the port. What about the printing press?
Everything you name it, DFC, everything.
DFC.
Listen to me.
How can we bring back a party that did so much damage It took us hundreds of millions of dollars to buy it back for the benefit of the people.
Yeah.
And now these people dressed in white are telling us, please vote for me because I don't know the same one.
Yeah.
I have changed. And you go like, what? A leopard does not change its colorations.
Yeah.
You know?
And Emmanuel, to me, I look at it and I say, you know, they should have done this a long time, and in terms of the Shami, move on long time. Johnny Shami say, you know what, that's it, they move on. They stayed there, hoping and figuring that people as they say, well, you know what, make we give them a break again. We cannot do that as Belizeans. If you give a break again to somebody who don't do you and your nation this, something wrong with we. We must do what is always, you know, in the best interest of our country. As Belizeans, you know, like I always tell people, you know, there's a saying where I'm very true. Power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Them Bali have tasted this thing, I guess. And they don't know for move their mouth from the glass of power. You know, it intrigues me. Maybe because I'm a young politician. But God, I hope I know they're wrong so long for become these kinds of people. I did tell you because I truly, as a young person, well, I'm a politician because that is what they call you as a politician when you run for office. But at the end of the day, Emmanuel, I am a Belizean first and foremost. I want to see the best for this country. I want to see the best for our people, and I want to see this country move forward. And to me, if it means that I have to go, Emmanuel, then I do that. Bother me tomorrow, I walk away. If it is in the best interest of my country, I'll do that. Them Berlin even have they can't even conceive that idea. You know why? They are there for their own personal gain and interest, and people must see through these people. They must see that. So when he talk, and you know why I'm convinced that so, because when you listen to the New Year's message and what they say, my brother, they forget who they are. They forget who are the land grabbers. They forget who are the people who. About corruption and all of these things, and they are watching you in the eye, Emmanuel, and they figure that they can lie you. Something is terribly wrong if we will allow that as Belizeans. And I've always said, Emmanuel, listen, this country of ours is a unique country. You know, I find no other country like Belize in this world. I've traveled a lot of places during the police and otherwise, and no place like Belize, my brother. And we must keep our Belize as beautiful as it is right now. We have to work towards. I know I said we don't have struggles and challenges, but we must overcome those things to continue to develop this one-of-a-kind nation in the entire world. This is paradise, you know. But definitely we can't do it if we make the wrong decisions by putting people like this back into office.
Thank you. On that message, we go on a break. Finally, and somebody said, we end up getting the government that we deserve. If we are astute, we'll have an astute government. If we permit ourselves to be led by fools, then we end up with a government full of fools. So let's take a break on that. It's exactly 20 minutes before 9 o'clock. Our final break, and then we'll be right back with more after these messages.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop. Fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Yes, come in. Why, Sean?
Joe.
Long time no see. How is everything?
Everything is good, man. What's the latest with you?
Man, everything is good. Business is flowing. I can't complain. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a new project. Thank God you're here. Let me show you the plans. All right? These are the plans for my 5-bedroom, fully furnished apartment complex. When I tell you fully furnished, AC, hot and cold, Wi-Fi, you name it, I have it. All right? And I want to market this on Airbnb.
All sounds nice, but have you started your paperwork already?
Which paperwork?
Joe, don't tell me you don't know. For you to market or rent any type of rooms, you have to register with the BTB, bro. It's in the law book.
Wow, really, Sean? I never knew that. You know what? I finished all of my work for today. Make we go to BTB one time, go deal with this paperwork, and then after that, go take on Lee 1 too.
All right, cause I thirsty, but make we go to BTB first.
Make we go.
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@belizetourismboard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The Government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multipurpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
And welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show, live and direct from Norte Vision Studios here in Ocho Benque in Trial Farm, as a matter of fact. We're smack in Trial Farm, right across IT Vet on San Lorenzo Road. Un gran gusto estar con ustedes hoy por la mañana. Estamos en vivo y en directo desde estudios de Nortevisión, aquí en la avenida San Lorenzo. Gracias por su participación, gracias por su audiencia. Aquí de nuevo con el ministro Elodio Aragón. Good morning again, sir. And ya estamos a punto de terminar el show en los escasos 14 minutos. Nos faltan para las 9 de la mañana. It's been a good run. It's been a good run this morning. I believe that Minister has made it paramountly clear with his commitment to not to us, and I repeat, it's not to us here in the media, but to the people, that he holds himself accountable. That's it. Holds himself accountable to the people of Orange Walk and to the people of Belize. And at the end of the day, he is willing to work with the people and assist the people and work for the people as long as he can do it. He will not go out of bounds, however, to do what he's not supposed to do. He has made that paramountly clear. And I thank him and I congratulate him for that stand. Ladies and gentlemen, the son of the East, Minister Elodio Aragon, has been involved in the Orange Walk East Division for years now, and he has proven to be the champion of the East. I would like to ask you to give him all the support that you can possibly give him. At the end of the day, believe me, he has your back if you have his. So, again, Minister, thank you very much for being here. Just being here on the show means a lot to the people.
No, man, I think it's important, because like I said, it offers an opportunity for us to highlight some of the work we are doing. And I just want to add, Emmanuel, also last week, just before the New Year's, I was able to secure some lights because we on a continuous basis, we continue to light up our neighborhoods,
Let me get this going. Sugar City Morning Show, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. ¿Cómo estás?
I'm on the radio?
Yes, you're live.
You're live on television.
Oh, okay. This is Nortevisión, right?
Yes, this is Nortevisión.
Okay, but this is not being transmitted, though?
Yes,
it is.
Live right now. You're live on the air.
Do you want to go online or live?
Okay, buenos días.
Buenos
Yes,
días.
morning.
Ministro.
Yes.
Quiero tomar esta oportunidad para sumarme a los líderes de orinchaqueños del este. Para darle gracias, ¿no? Por este detallito del 24 de diciembre.
Okay.
Quiero decirle que a todos nosotros nos tocó ese apoyo que nos diste, ¿no? Para que nos sientamos bien para la Pascua.
Okay.
Quiero decirle que nosotros acá en el este estamos preparados para regresarle a usted otra vez en la asamblea cuando se llaman a las elecciones. No estamos dispuestos a regresar al PUP jamás. Conocemos toda la historia de ellos, que fueron unos grandes ladrones.
Ay, Dios mío, correcto.
Se perdió todo lo que teníamos. Y gracias al partido nosotros con usted, que regresamos todo, ¿no? Todo lo que es teléfono, electricidad, regresó a ser de nosotros otra vez. Así que no vamos a perder nosotros nuestro tiempo para regresar a esta gente que tiene antecedentes criminales. Quiero decirle que necesitamos buscar un medio de cómo llegarle a la gente joven, porque la gente joven de esa época a este tiempo no se acuerda de lo que sucedió. Así que tenemos que ver, como padres, como abuelos, tenemos que retransmitirle a ellos, ¿no?, lo que sucedió. Porque si no, porque ya saben que la mayoría de estas elecciones venideras va a ser dictadas por los jóvenes. Así que tenemos que ir de una manera u otra, buscar de cómo esta gente sepa, estas jóvenes sepan lo que ha sido esta gente, como estuvieron en gobierno. Así que nosotros aquí del este sabemos y nosotros vamos a vamos a diseminar esa información para que todos los jóvenes sepan de que esa gente no es una alternativa. Yanni y su grupo de gente son los mismos criminales de 2008 para atrás. Así que nosotros vamos a seguir adelante con Mr. Aragón y todos los UDPs, con Budget Power. Así que nosotros estamos en el buen camino y vamos a seguir luchando para desarrollar. Ustedes yo creo que la mayoría de gente se dieron cuenta del desarrollo que ha ocurrido en este país. Nunca jamás se había visto tanto desarrollo con este gobierno. Así que nosotros vamos a continuar. Mira a los jóvenes consiguiendo su apoyo escolar. Todo el mundo alegre. Mucha gente dice, ¿sabes qué? Para diciembre no va a haber Christmas en el norte porque la zafra no empezó. Pero se dieron cuenta la cantidad de comercios que estaban haciendo bien. Así que el dinero está fluyendo en este país. Así que, ministro, tenga mi apoyo. Nosotros vamos a seguir con usted. Pase buenos días.
Okay, muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
Un punto muy importante es poder compartir la historia, porque si no sabes la historia, entonces fácilmente pues eres más vulnerable a que te mientan.
And it's important we educate our people, you know. We have to educate our people, and I always ask our young people, listen, not take nobody's word for it. You do your research. You have all access to it. You could access it on your phone. You have the internet there. Look into these things. Do these searches, and you will see on your own, you know. I mean, but it's right what the caller said, you know. We definitely, when you look at all the infrastructure and the all infrastructure, it has been a continuous process in terms of the kind of infrastructural works that are taking place in this country, and we have to be proud of that. We can't be like the leader of the opposition where they talk about gloom and doom and all over those projects. I think these are good things that will bring about great things for our country, and we have to remain optimistic and positive in terms of what we want. And I think that is what true leaders should do. You know, you can't be negative on that, because then where are you going? If that is the way you think, then it leads me to wonder how you will lead. You know, so definitely, I appreciate the caller calling in and expressing those things. You know, but like I made say, Manuel, you know, we continue the work. We continue with the work that needs to be done. And right now, I could tell you that this year, as the year has started, just before New Year's, we were able to put up some 5 more lights. And we have other areas, especially because we need to light up the areas in the Pasadita area at the back there. We have a number of posts where we don't have lights, and houses are already there. It's important that we light up this area. So we are already working on a project in terms of get these places lighted. We were able to secure 5 lights just before Christmas. The Father Larry Street, we put 2 lights in the 5th and 6th Street. It's way back Pasadita area, way to the last streets there, and it's really dark at night, you know. And I've had people in our community who have visited me and said, Mr. Aragon, we really need a light, and I said, give me a little break. And we have gotten it done for them. We have a lot more that I've seen there that we have noted down already. We are, like I said, we are already making the request for these things.
We have to change the name of the street to Bishop Larry.
Yeah. So there's a lot of work that has to be done, but we are continuously working on it. I want to also say that we got a water expansion project for back there, and so that will be taking place right here. Very, very, if it's not later this week, it can start next week, I'm hopeful. But that is already approved. That is about close to $200,000 in work, and that will be tremendous for the people back there, so that we could have that expansion of water. But definitely the expansion in terms of getting lights up in that place is important. I know people have electricity, but they don't have the lights on the streets, and those areas they get pretty dark at night. So
all the Pasadita area is in East Division.
Yes, and of course we got other things that we have to do early this year. I would like to see in terms of the road works and stuff that we have to do, because you know they deteriorate at times. But definitely we have a lot of things in store for the Orange Walk East, and as we progress with the work, I will come and of course report to the public in terms of what we are doing in our area of concern, and highlight in terms of the progression in terms of the projects that will be undertaken right here this year. You know, we have great things happening, so definitely I want to be here on a regular basis, Emmanuel, highlighting to the public all the progress that we are having, and of course to discuss some of the issues that are out there, because at the end of the day we're not alienated from what is happening within our community, and we have to discuss some of these things. So definitely, I'm here for that.
You will be visiting with us periodically.
Yes, definitely,
That's
definitely. That's a commitment that we have made, and we'll keep that. Also, I just want to highlight to all the people in Champion Ridge in terms of the people we had promised for the wells and others that we have already promised, and we have recorded and all of this in terms that you need a well. I know some of you have bought your pipes and stuff. I just sat with the minister again because we were trying to get it done before Christmas, but the equipment had to move elsewhere. So I spoke to her yesterday, and we have already tied that down. So she, as soon as possible, hopefully in a week or two, we're supposed to have that equipment here to finish off with those wells. So I just wanted to highlight that to the people who are waiting for that.
Any other messages that you'd like to put out, sir? We have barely 4 minutes. And any other important message that you'd like to put out? Anything that is happening within, say, a week or so that you'd like to inform the people?
Well, we only have the water works that will take place in the Pasadita area way back after 6th Street and then 5th Street and then place there, no? Apart from that, like I said, the drilling and the wells that we need to do, that has been a promise that I've made to people. People are waiting for that. That will take place. Of course, as we progress, there's a lot of other things that has to be
done. Is there a charge for doing the wells?
Yes, there's a. Well, really, the charge that they have to do is basically get their own material, the pipes and the pump that they will need. So we do,
digging of the actual hole is
yes, and of course prepare the area so that the truck could reach. So those are the expenses that people will incur. Right now, my goal is just to finish off with the people who are on the list already waiting, who are ready for the drill to come. So, we have been doing this. The amount of wells we have dug for people in the east is tremendous because, we found a necessity in that. And we've really gone out of our way to support people in that manner, especially our farmers and other people who need it,
This is on the rural level.
Yes, on the rural level, yes. But, you have people in a town where they farm elsewhere. We have tried to assist them likewise from the east, So, like I said, these are the works that we do. And a lot of other things we do on a day-to-day basis, trying to reach out to and assist our people.
Well, Minister, it's about that time. It's 2 minutes before 9 o'clock. Thank you very much.
No, man. My pleasure, Emmanuel, It's always a pleasure being here.
Muchas gracias. Pues, ¿qué más nos queda sino darle las gracias a la gente que participó, que nos mandó comentarios, que desafortunadamente no puedo leer a todos, pero sí, cuando haya necesidad de que pases un mensaje, nos puedes llamar también, 302-2170, ese es el número. Pero muchas gracias al equipo de producción, muchas gracias a la audiencia. Estamos conscientes de que tenemos un seguimiento bastante fuerte, no solo aquí en Orange Rock, sino en la ciudad de Belice, en Cayo, en Benque, nos ven fuertemente. En San José Socots, en Belmopan, Corozal, nuestra gente en San Pedro viéndonos. Muchas gracias y muy buenos días. Sabes que tenemos un fuerte seguimiento en San Pedro por la gran cantidad de norteños que viven en San Pedro. Muy buenos días. Y que nos ven por las noches, porque obviamente están trabajando durante el día. Buenos días todos y gracias. Y a usted, señor, muchas gracias. Bueno, ¿qué más nos toca decir? Mañana, primero Dios, estaremos con ustedes. Este show repite hoy por la noche a las 9. Primero Dios, estaremos con ustedes con mucho más mañana a la misma hora. Muchas gracias de nuevo, ministro.
Thank
y
you.
Ustedes se cuidan y nos vemos mañana, primero Dios, a la misma hora. Se cuidan.
SugarCity Morning Show.
Girl, that about time you reach my house.
Girl, you know how things go. I busy with everything. But how you?
Since my son got married the girl far down the road, I left here with this whole addition to this house. And I don't know where I'm gonna do with it. But I think I want to rent it out for tourists stay.
Girl, that what you to do? You to sit on park gold mine. If you want to use it for Airbnb, first thing you have to do, the register with BTB. So call me 227-2420 and ask them how to register. After that, everybody had to call you for rent your place. But that what you to do?
Girl, then you tell me if I call BTB?